Okay, this is your tag probe. We have the power hooked up to it. The power switch is on the back side of the control box, right up here in this top corner. And you can just turn it on, let the machine boot up. And this is your main production screen. Some of the things we have on this screen are your counter, reset button for the counter. You have a setup button that allows for half index forward and back. You have a pieces per hour. You have your load time or load delay. You can give it more or less, whatever your loader is comfortable with. You have a freewheel that will allow you free movement of the pallet. And when you're in a line, you'll notice the border around the lock turns green when you're okay to lock in. Red means you are not lined up. Green means good. Lock it. You also have a start auto button, which puts you into automatic mode. You have a start index, which is a single cycle. You have down here on the bottom, you can activate your load in, where it turns on the print heads sequentially. You have a load out, where you stop, activate load out, and it turns off the print heads behind itself. If you want to do a sample print with the machine stopped and your heads, everything's set up, you activate the load in button and then activate the load out button, and it will print a single pallet and stop at the end of the carousel. So if you want to do a sample, activate your load in, activate your load out, hit auto, and it'll go around and print you one sample. If you simply want to load in, hit your load in, and it'll turn on the print heads sequentially as it moves around. You want to load out, activate load out, and it will turn off the print heads behind itself sequentially. You have to be stopped to activate either one. So you have to be in a stop mode to activate either one. The skip print or skipped pallet button, you have, while the press is moving, while the index is in movement between start and stop, to activate your skip print so that it will skip that pallet all the way around. So if you're loading and you have a misprint, when it starts to index and during the index, you have a window to press skip print where it will miss that pallet all the way around. Also on this screen, you can enter into your head menus. In your head menu, you have a power button to turn the print heads on and off. You have an index or lock button and unlock, and another indicator to let you know when you're lined up and when you're not. You have a test print button where you can test print the head. And you also have a head movement button for setup where you can bring your head down or up to line up your jobs. You have a setup button for the machine. Here you can go into flood or unflooded modes, the number of strokes you'd like to do, 1 or 2. You can test print from this screen. You can half index forward to clean and check your micro registration. You can do a full index from this screen. And you can also do enter and exit automatic. So while your press is running, if you walk around and you make adjustments, you can go into the head menu and start and stop your auto process. Now, going back to the main production screen, you also have a flash menu. Here you can turn your flashes on and off and activate to do a test. You can give your flash more or less time. And on here you can also lock and unlock your indexer for freewheel. You can also enter your setup mode from here for your half forward, half back, and full, which that is a lot easier to do than to freewheel and line up and lock in. It's much quicker to do your half forward and half back, and we will demonstrate that later. So here's your main production screen. Load time, freewheel and freewheel indicator, auto start, single start, your load in, load out, pieces per hour, counter, reset, and your setup mode. While you're in setup, you cannot free index. So some of the buttons will disappear to prevent you from doing that. While you're in the setup mode, you cannot free index. Okay, that's it for this video.